Welcome back to the Witcher Spyro playthrough. We are now currently trying to infiltrate, very massively failing, trying to infiltrate a base of some sort out in the snowy tundra that is called Dante's Freezer. Those turrets, they shoot out like streams of ice. And they really hurt, if I can remember correctly. Ah, here we go. This is gonna be cool.
You think that was Cinder?
I sure hope so.
What?
Well, if it wasn't, it means there's more than one giant evil dragon around here.
Oh, yeah, I hope that was Cinder too.
Yeah, we don't want to be dealing with the second major villain quite yet. Remember that keyword being yet. Okay, so our main objective here is to launch snowballs at that particular area. So just like in the very first area, that we have dealt with in Dante's Freezer, we need to hit. Oh, these guys. Oh no, wait a second. Never mind. They're not what I was thinking of. I'll leak out the even bigger versions of them. We have to whack a tree, which then we release snowballs. Oh, I didn't know that you can destroy a windmill. It's awesome. These guys are kind of annoying. These guys have a ton of health. And they also have second form. I do not like the second form of these enemies. I just don't. Ugh. They're mostly airborne types, but they're not necessarily my most hated type of enemy in the game. Far from it, actually, now that I think about it. There's plenty of different enemies that I don't like in this game. Plenty being several. But there is one in particular enemy that we have yet to face. We're not quite there yet. When we do get there, we're about ready to enter the boss arena, but as of right now, we are not dealing with it quite yet. Ah, yes, the bells of TNT. Okay, where are we going to next? You can knock over this cauldron if you so wish to do so. It's just one of those, like, breakable aesthetic kind of things. Okay, so now we have to really put our wings to use. Ah, here we go.
Look out!
Alright!
Okay, buddy?
Now we are faced with another gimmick of this game.
I guess so.
Getting new breaths along the way. these birds usually appear in dire situations. These new birds usually appear whenever Spyro is in dire need of one. And what's more is that you can switch between this bird and your old birds by using the directional buttons. I think, if I can remember correctly, up was fire, down is another one, left is another one. I think it's either left or right for the electricity bird, which is what we have currently. In order to make these mooks stop, I have no idea why I'm wasting my time with these guys. But in order to make these guys stop spawning, you need to launch snowballs at the outpost that they are coming from. The electricity plant is one of two ways, or the two birds that I do not use the most of. We'll be getting another one far later in the game that I found myself really enjoying in this playthrough. Yeah, in terms of recording it. Yeah, I literally played this game like about more than 50 times. And I have now come to enjoy a bird that's other than the Firebird. Now, also, what you have to keep in mind in terms of the snowballs in this stage, you can actually melt the snowballs, which is a nice attention to detail. But that also means that you have to whack the tree again to get more snowballs. I think we're going to be here for a good while, though, because I keep on using the snowballs. I think they wanted you to use the electricity to your advantage at this point. Instead of having to use your Firebird like what I am using. It's still doable with the Firebird, though. It's just that it's going to be a little bit more tedious because you keep on melting the snowballs by accident. Anyways, we have finally destroyed that outpost, so now enemies will stop spawning and we can continue. Let's see here. I think we're going to try and... Yes, I think we are going to try and level up the fire breath a little bit more. Ah! If I hear that little sound effect, that means I've used up all of the energy in that pool, and I have not hit another level yet. There are a total of 3 levels in all for your breaths, both for your triangle attack and for your normal attack. The most explosive one is the fire breath one. That's namely dealt with that is normally used for taking out huge mobs of enemies. Normally speaking. In case you might be wondering. No, you cannot upgrade all of your breaths before the end of the game. I tried searching the entire game for all of the spirit gems, and all I came up to is about the last final upgrade for the last final breath, and And I can't even make that. Even so, I think they even made it so that you... And even though you do get, like, all of the, like, spirit gems and such that are, like, hidden throughout the entire game. And by the way, you want to get those spirit gems as soon as possible, too, because you are never going to come back to those levels ever again. So once you miss it, you miss it. It's a one-done deal. So, be sure to grab those spirit gems whenever you can. As well as collecting any blue gems that you can find. So that you can if there is a way to upgrade all of your breaths before finding the final boss of the game, which, spoiler warning, it's Cinder. As if that wasn't, you know, terribly spoiling anything enough. It's kind of like saying that Bowser is the final boss in Super Mario Bros. Games. When, for the most part, that is the case. No, we're not quite there yet. We're not at my most hated enemy yet. I am curious though, how much farther do I have to go? They just blew up their own keep. Okay. I am thinking that I need to do 5 of these videos today. And then I'll do 5 more later on. On the bright side, however, I don't have to deal with Rampage for this batch. Because at this point, I've done all of my commentary for that. Okay, I believe we are doing the final cleanup of this area before we move on to another area in Dante's freezer. Actually, I believe the name Dante is supposed to be like some sort of like hellish word. So this is supposed to be like the devil's freezer or something like that. Which makes it even funnier. It makes it a little bit funnier in terms of name. Okay, so the music has stopped, so that means we are good to go. I think you have... I do know that you have to explore the keep a little bit. You have to explore the interior of the keep, which includes a few dining areas, and one area where you are encircled in like blue fire. Whoa. So yeah, this is the game. This is the game you have to deal with. So again, why am I doing this? Just get out of the way. That's really the only reason why I know that sound. That means I have to deal with a big enemy here. Yeah, I'm dealing with the big enemy. I know that sound. That is the sound of the shockwave coming off of the giant monkey's staff. I need that new computer badly. I wonder what's going on in Discord. This is how boring this game gets, ladies and gentlemen. I am basically going on to Discord and see what's going on. Seems like not much has gone on. I'm gonna go check on Skype real quick. Well, it also doesn't really help that the media player that I am playing on is really unruly. Here, yeah, I think this is like the second keep I have to sit through. Skype is just about as dead as it has been for years. Whoa, that was weird. Audio mixing. Yikes. That was part of the game too, which is really odd. We are just about at the end of the video, I believe. Yeah, I cannot stand the media player on my computer. I did. And I know you have been hearing me say that throughout Rampage. I am terribly sorry for me constantly repeating myself because of it, but it's true. It is only and absolutely true. I need a new fucking computer. How much more is this gauntlet? Well, we're never gonna find out at this point.